Hello, good evening, and welcome everybody to another session on Tech Talk Tuesday for Teachers. Very happy and elated to see you here, and always, it's a pleasure to meet you here. You know what I love? Even in your summer vacations, you always make time for coming here. That's what is absolutely great. And this is why we love teachers because they love learning, right? And our major agenda and our major focus here is to be able to help you learn what you want to learn. So today is a very special one. Allow me to just unshare my screen and share once again. Till then, I will request Duita, who's my partner in crime, to come and say hello. And I think I need to bring her in 1 second. I need to make her a presenter. Just a second. Let me spot you, Duhita. There you go. And you can go ahead and speak, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Meenakshi ma'am, and a very good evening to all present here. It's been a while that we have connected all over again. And yes, when we talk about it's all about AI, our sessions have been focusing on AI. And if by chance you have not registered for a summer summit, which is happening on 13th, 14th, and 15th of June, do think about it. Do go ahead and have a look at it. The agenda is there detailed. I'll share it in the chat window as well. And I'm dead sure we are going to showcase it towards the end of the session over here also. So try to see if you are fitting in any one of the agendas. So please, we would love to see you over there and join in with us. The whole agenda is designed as such to bring in the CBSE part as well, right? So it's all the whole of it is totally in line with the CBSE mindset. I should not use the word mindset, but yes, so that you are able to cover up your 50 hours of your PD sessions as well. And our today's session, I was hearing Meenakshi ma'am, is also dedicated to that only, right? So looking ahead to see you all in our session, and please feel free to share in the chat window from where you have joined in school and all, and any doubts or questions, please do share in the chat window. Thank you.
Thank you, Duhita, for setting the tone right. And those of you who are joining in right now, welcome. Well, welcome to everyone. Today, we're going to explore how AI can help educators create inclusive learning environments. Accessibility, is a crucial charter, and to ensure all students, regardless of any ability, can engage fully with learning is our motto. AI, I think, presents us this new opportunity to support diverse needs. And I think each one of us must be able to take this opportunity, so that you're able to provide to your students what you've always dreamt of. You want to reach out to the last student in your class. And we know every teacher makes a sincere effort towards that. AI just is just here to help you a step further into that. And how is it going to do that? You might have heard of it, you might not have heard of it. There will be some things that new, and there will be some things that you might have heard of. But our whole idea today is to support these diverse needs, and we will be sharing practical strategies to integrate AI into your teaching learning processes. So, today we'll explore how AI empowers educators to create inclusive, accessible classrooms and AI driven tools, including Microsoft education tools. There are so many features there. Those, how can they help overcome barriers that are traditionally hindering learning of our students with diverse needs? And we've complained over years about this. I think it's about time that we start putting the complaints aside, start looking at what is it that we can do with these tools. But truly, in our Tech Talk Tuesday fashion, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself, type your name, school name, and city in the chat window. And today's question is, if AI could remove one barrier to learning, what would you want it to be? If AI could remove one barrier for you in learning, okay, what would it be? Go ahead and please share in the chat window that one barrier that you would definitely want to remove from learning, because to learning there are certain barriers in a classroom. Don't want to name them till you name them. So I'm here waiting for you to see, what is it that I get from you as a response. Go ahead and share with us in the chat window. What is that one barrier to learning that AI can remove for you? What would you want it? If it could, what would it be? Let's see if we have something in the chat window. We're still waiting. Great introductions. Thank you. Love to see the vast variety of schools that participate in our TikTok Tuesday. So, yes, thank you for coming in, everybody. And it's always, a pleasure to have you here. New and old, everybody who's coming back, welcome. Or everybody who's new, well, welcome to you too. So, as you do so, I'm also going to let you know. Okay, I have my first response. Janani ma'am, good to see you here. She says creating different activities in Python programming. That's a tall ask for me. I'm not a computer science teacher. However, I always try and make an attempt to help you. I have another one. Anupma ma'am says, keeping the interest alive in learners. Absolutely. V. Chandraji says, okay, hold on, it's just popping up. Yeah, reaching to all kinds of students. Don't I agree with you? Yeah. Rashmi ma'am, good to see you, says assessments. Preeti ma'am, okay. Then I have Devashri ma'am. How to help a kid with ASD? Oh, yes, there are multiple abilities and disabilities within the same classroom. So, we're going to talk about that. Use of AI in classroom. One barrier could be the methodology to reach a diverse group of all kinds of learners. Absolutely, Kritika, ma'am. Lovely, to hear all of these powerful words from you. Keep them coming. We will pick up words from our chat window and, share with everybody. At this moment, I also want to let you know that we at D Pedagogics, three of us, Tuita Parmar ma'am, Minakshi Alawat ma'am, and myself are certified CBSE resource persons now. And today's session, thank you for that round of applause. And today's session caters directly to the capacity building program under the domain professional knowledge and awareness. The topic is inclusive education, AI driven accessibility tools. And today's session will lead to a certification of 1 hour on this topic, provided you have achieved 80% marks in your test. Where's the test? You will get a link for the test towards the end of the session. We will start sharing it 15 minutes before so that you have it on time and that you're able to take your test, right? And please note, only if you score a mm, 80% in that test. It's a MCQ, so don't worry. But do remember, many of the questions might have more than one correct answer. And if that is so, we would have mentioned over there that select all or multiple selections allowed. We would have written these instructions for you. Therefore, please be very careful while you're answering those questions. If you can't clear the exam in one go, you can take as many chances as you can. All right. There is no limit to that, but you have to score 80% in that test. Once you score that, the details are given. You have to make a payment of rupees 200. Rupees 200 payment is what is you're supposed to make, and then you will be given the certificate. There are many educators in this room who have already earned this certificate. This whole piece was just for the new ones. I'm going to repeat this towards the end. So, welcome to this session once again. Well, while we are talking about NEP, wait, I have to read this comment. Tarveen says, ensure that the assessment are actual, not impacted by malpractices. Love this one. Yeah. Keep them coming. Love your comments. So just keep them coming. Rosie ma'am says, enhance grammar, vocabulary, and writing skills. Nidhi ma'am says, I would like to AI to remove disengagement amongst my students. Like it. I like it. So keep them coming. Lovely comments out here. So I will read as they come in. Now, while talking about, CBSC, these CBPs are directly aligned with the vision of NEP 2020 and 2023, ensuring that all educators are empowered to create accessible, inclusive learning environments. In that breath, let's take a look at what NEP 2020 says on accessibility and inclusion. NEP 2020 states that education is the single greatest tool for achieving social justice and equality. It highlights the importance of equitable and inclusive education, ensuring that all learners, including those from socioeconomical disadvantaged groups and children with special needs, have access to quality education. and the policy advocates for that. The a policy talks about universal access to education through flexible learning paths, which means that we are not just giving one way lecture to students and like expecting that everybody's understood the same way. There have to be different learning pathways. If there are some students who need to revisit that concept, we have to have ways to make them revisit. If students have challenges in reading, writing, numeracy, anywhere, we should be able to provide to them. Additionally, we should also be able to serve those students who are of higher ability. So while we talk about accessibility and inclusion, please note this includes both the spectrums. Yeah. So that these assistive technologies are able to support students not just with disabilities or challenges, but also with abilities or higher abilities both. Yeah. Another piece over here is multilingualism. Multilingual learning environment to bridge the language barriers is what NEP 2020 emphasizes on, and these tools will be able to help you do that as well. Last but not the least, the inclusive school culture that fosters diversity and equity. It shouldn't be just one teacher. So, like, we have more than 100 participants here, and I have a representation of more than, I think, I can easily say more than at least 30, 40 schools over here. But we have a few or a section of teachers from each school. What we would expect is, as you go back from over here, you take back your learning and share it school wide so that it becomes an inclusive school culture. Do not do it in pockets only, please. Include all, because this is all about accessibility and inclusion. NCF 2023 supports NEP 2020 in their vision by integrating these accessibility and inclusion into the curriculum design. How are we going to do that explicitly? First of all, inclusive pedagogical approaches that cater to diverse learning needs, which I'm going to talk about today majorly. These pedagogical approaches are what we need to take to our classrooms, and we need to deliver it to every member in our school. Then, number two, use of ICT and AI powered tools to enhance accessibility. I know most of the schools sitting in this room will the students will not have access to technology in the classroom. However, we live in a world right now where every other person will have a smartphone or a smart device accessible to them, right? So, what we need to do is we need to build in approaches that allow accessibility and inclusion to set in. Personalized learning experiences is what we are looking for students who need it. And of course, to top it all, we need teachers training programs to equip educators so that they know that these inclusive teaching strategies are available at no cost for them. Therefore, using these are very easy. I know there are multiple members of Sugam NGO over here, and I can assure you we work very closely with Sugam NGO. And teachers over there are eager to know more because they want to take it back to their schools. And I invite each and every one of you to visit that school to see the kind of transformation they are undergoing. They're embracing challenges and turning that into opportunities and taking it forward. So, what is AI's role in all of this? Well, while we are talking about all of these things, AI is the binder. AI is, what enhances accessibility and inclusion. What it does is it helps you create these personalized learning experiences. It helps you with the assistive technologies and, the digital interface that is available. They're absolutely user friendly. Yeah. So AI powered tools can actually transform learning by adapting to these individual needs, making education more inclusive and accessible. And features like, real time transcription, speech to text, assistive technologies, these technologies enable students to thrive and be with the world. And thank you, Savita, for saying hello. Savita Chiller is from Sugam. You can, just say hi to her if you want to know more about what they're doing. They're doing some amazing stuff in their school. Okay. I have been saying these two words very frequently as, like, let's say, like, for the last almost 15 minutes, accessibility and inclusion. I have to bring or pause here to actually dwell deeper into what do you mean by accessibility and inclusion? How are they different? And they always use interchangeably. So, this is where we pause to think. This is where your pedagogical approaches start to change. This is where your strategies will start building. Okay. So, before dwelling into AI solutions, which I know are fancy, but we have to pause to clarify the difference between accessibility versus inclusion. Well, accessibility is like breaking down the barriers, right? It focuses on enabling students to interact with content. Um, what does inclusion do? Inclusion fosters a sense of belongingness. What do you mean? Well, inclusion ensures that these diverse needs are met in learning environment. What do you mean? Well, inclusion and accessibility are two important concepts that are often used interchangeably, but they have very different meanings. Inclusivity refers to the deliberate effort that you will make sure that all individuals, regardless of their background, ability, identities, or feel welcomed, valued, and involved. Well, whether you have these technologies in hand or not, it is a different charter. Inclusivity means your deliberate effort to make them feel belonged, right? And for anyone who has any challenge or a disability, inclusivity means recognizing their unique challenges and experiences. Even if, why should I call it only a disability? Even if a student is of higher ability, for you to recognize and to be able to uh, serve the needs of those higher abilities is what inclusivity will include. Considering that needs of all people, when designing and developing these environments, you are taking care of both the spectrums. Now, this intentional inclusion of individuals demonstrate that they are not just accommodated, but genuinely included and valued in every aspect of society. What does this mean? This means you're giving a worksheet for homework, right? That worksheet has some text written on it. Now, this text will be of same ability for will be same for all students of all ability, right? You don't make 10 worksheets for one task, right? Now, this is where the difference comes in. When we make this worksheet, we also make it available digitally. Again, I'm saying also, right? You have Teams and you have assignments. A digital assignment can be uploaded to Teams, no cost involved over there. Now, when you upload it in Teams, what happens is accessibility features kick in. If this worksheet needs to be the child needs a speech to text feature, the child needs a dictate feature, the child needs any kind of ability, let's say numerical help or anything, there are there are features that are available that will be able to serve these students. Now, these abilities that are available or these digital features that are available ensure accessibility. But you know that these are available. Do you use them? Not sure. If it is a not sure situation, then that is where inclusion comes in. Minute you start providing students with these accessible features, allow them to grow in their abilities and create a sense of belonging in community so that they feel welcomed and valued while doing so. This is what will be an integral part of the experience that they will take back and feel included. I hope I've been able to tell you. However, here's another one. Accessibility ensures that people with disabilities can access, participate in, and engage with the features information equally. Inclusion means that you are creating that environment so that everybody feels so. So, by nature, these tools already have features that will ensure, they feel as equals. However, inclusion will be when you feel, as if you've been taken care of, and you know what walking into a party means. Yeah, you've been invited to a party. Yeah, let me actually talk your language. Accessibility is like being invited to a party, and inclusion is like you being asked to dance. Imagine there's a birthday party that's going on, you've been invited, you're not playing those musical chairs. How would you feel? Well, this is exactly what the situation is. That's exactly what our students will feel. Now, that's a quote not by me, but by Professor Richard Brugman. And he has written beautiful words about inclusion and, how you can actually bring in this actively into your classroom. I'll leave a link for you over here so that, you can read it. But I love this quote of his where he says it's like being invited to a party, but not really dancing, or not being invited for a musical chair or any game. So that's what it does. I hope I've been able to, clarify the difference between the two, and I hope we will be very mindful as we move onwards. Do remember I ask a lot of questions. Yeah. Today, we are talking about three major things as far as accessibility tools are concerned. One is immersive reader, two is dictation, that is speech to text, third is live captions and subtitles. I'll quickly move towards immersive reader. I know most of you are pretty familiar. However, I will, emphasize over here the powers that lie within immersive reader. First of all, it's a free, easy to use tool that is designed to improve your reading comprehension fluency, and it's packed with multiple abilities, so that you are able to access it. Now, best of all is that immersive reader is available for free in your classrooms, in applications, whether it is Edge browser or Teams for Education or Minecraft or Microsoft 365 products like Word, PowerPoint, Excel. It's available across. And that means that your students have reading support while they're working on any project, collaborating with classmates, or researching on the internet. Everywhere, immersive reader is available. There's a difference between immersive reader and reading progress, and I'm going to highlight that for you because that is something we must understand. Immersive reader, to read at is to be is very much your own tool which you can actually customize. Reading progress will give you a passage which will not allow you to adjust the pace, or the way you're reading, and many more things, right? This feature, that is immersive reader, is extremely helpful, and someone asked, is extremely helpful in overcoming dyslexia, becoming confident and self-directing readers in the classroom, because it's a very private and a personal tool. How does it work? It'll give you this non-stigmatic way of reading a passage. Let's say this is a passage. Here was a Word document. In Word document, you will find it under view. When you click on the view, you will see immersive reader, and this text will change into something like this. Okay, and you can start reading it. What happens next? Immersive reader will read aloud on screen text while highlighting the words. And it includes, we've always taught our children that move your finger along the line. This is exactly that. Look, it just highlighted the word it was reading. Yeah. Now you have options like, voice speed. At what speed do you want it to be read? Do you want it read in a male voice or a female voice? Then also a selection of, when would you want to start playing, or when would you like to pause because you want to revisit? You can actually go back and forth and come back over here. Yeah. So students with audio processing delays can reduce the voice speed to better understand these words, so that you benefit out of it. I also want to tell you that this is also available within your even your chats. I'm going to move out of this screen. I'm going to share whole of my screen because I want to show you these features are available across. Now, you just saw a Word document, and you could see how, sorry, you could see how, this was actually built in over there. Now, you're looking at my window, wherein I'm looking at your screens where you have written multiple texts. Let's say I'm not a fluent English speaker. I can actually rest my cursor here, click on the three dots. Yeah. Over here, I have translate feature available. There are more actions over here. Sorry, more actions over here, and you can get into immersive reader as well. What happens? I will just show you. When I click on immersive reader, this actually opens up like this. And Nidhi ma'am, I'm using your comment over here, so it's not deliberate, just landed on it. Here is your speaker. Along with the speaker, you have this voice setting. When you click on it, this pops up. Now you can increase or decrease the speed at which it is being read. Choose between male and female voice. And believe you me, there are preferences. Yeah. I'm going to go out of this once again. Make sure that my audio is included so that you can hear it. Just give me 1 second and I will share my screen once again. Okay, we are back. Here we are. Now, this was the comment. I'm going on the three dots. I'll go on more actions, and I have immersive reader already here because I just used it. I'll click on immersive reader. This will get into the immersive reader mode. Hold on. Okay, here we are. I'm here, and I'm going to click on immersive reader. There you go. Now, this is immersive reader. Let me show you how it reads. Okay. Now, do you see there's a box on Nidhi ma'am's name? It's going to read aloud.
Nidhi Sarda, unverified, 6th March 2025, 5:09 and 22 seconds PM. Good evening, everyone.
Please notice that in my settings, I have also taken Indian English as my choice. If it does not talk to you like an Indian English voice, you may choose so. Where you can go to your settings to do that. I won't be able to show you that right now. If you want to increase the speed, you could do so.
Good evening, everyone. Nidhi Sarda, Bal Bharti School, Bahadurgarh.
Here's one more thing. You can make it slower as well.
Bahadurgarh. I would like AI to remove this.
Yeah. So you can do many things in immersive reader over here. Number two, I think this is too big for me. I can make the word size smaller or bigger as I like it. Now the increasing space is what I really like, but originally it will appear like this. You can increase the size or decrease the size as you like it. You can change the font if you're like me and you're very particular about fonts. Here you are. You have multiple fonts available over here. Also, reading in a background of your choice really makes a difference about the way you read. For example, instead of a white, I really like this background because I think somehow it just makes things clearer for me. Yeah, you could do any of these. Number two, the last icon is that of a reading preference. You can read a single line as well. Now, too much text becomes very texty for students. So you can always use this. And what this will do is, let's say I were here. I'll just go up, up, and up. And I will start reading from here. Do you see this? There is a picture dictionary that is built in within as well. This is what helps in comprehension. You just not come to know about, what the word means, but you can also visualize it along or understand it with the visuals.
Good evening, everyone. Nidhi Sarda, Bal Bharti.
Do you see how it moves? It'll move up and down according to your preference. And once you don't want that, you can move to two lines or multiple lines as you like it. All right. Or you can even toggle this off and let the line focus be. It'll remain like that. Picture dictionary is something I've spoken about. Now, this is something that is absolutely amazing. There are about 80 plus languages over here, including multiple Indian languages between Bangla, Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi. There are multiple languages, Punjabi. So there are multiple languages over here. Yeah. I'm going to turn this into Hindi. You can do that by word, which means when I click on it, it'll give me both the word in English and in Hindi. Also, I could turn the entire document into my preferred language. Yes. And this can be read aloud.
निधि सारदा असत्यापित सभी को शुभ संध्या.
Look at that. Yeah. And the best part is that you can actually toggle between the original and your preferred language to understand every word. When we are explaining to our students, it's very natural for us to go into our native language to actually explain because they understand better in their own language, right? In their mother tongue. And that's where we are serving NEP 2020 as well. So that's where your multilingualism comes in. I hope this is clear. Of course, there's another feature over here which I'm absolutely in love with, but this is basically for language teachers. You can break every word into syllable, and also you can highlight the noun, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs, and your parts of the speech are taken care of. I'm going to turn this into Hindi. You can do that by word, which means when I click on it, it'll give me both the word in English and in Hindi.
So, when we talk about using immersive reader, it definitely is a wonderful app. Yes, Vijay Kumar sir, it's amazing. And Savita ma'am, it seems really interesting, ma'am. It indeed is interesting. Uh, the amount of the interaction that you do with students, it really holds a lot.
Thank you, Dohita. I think
Yeah.
I just, yeah, I clicked the wrong button and I got thrown out.
Yes, please.
However, there you are. And, look at the amazing features that are available here. I will give you a link to, sorry, immersive reader. All these features are available for you at no cost, literally. All right. And the most beautiful part is that, here You have reading coach also available. Let's say the student has already used this the speech to text to speech feature, which means read aloud feature, read to me. Now it is the turn for the students to go the other way around, which means practice their reading, which means as they're going to read back to the system. Once the system has read back to you, you're now ready to assess fluency and practice the challenging words. There is reading coach built within, and what happens is your speaker, the icon that I showed you, the speaker icon that I showed you, changes into the speaker mic icon. So as you can see over here in this video also, and it at the end it gives you a report as well, and then some words to practice talking or speaking as to how is it that you can practice on your own. Are there any comments that I need to pause to take a look at, Tuita?
So, as of now, I have Sheetal Arora ma'am, who says that loved using immersive reader. The kids enjoyed seeing the percentage displayed on the screen and also clicking on words to see the images pop up.
Absolutely. Thank you. And
Then,
it's great to see. Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead,
sorry.
please.
We have Savita Chilla ma'am saying it seems really interesting. Vijay Kumar sir, amazing. Then Savita Chilla ma'am says we are doing the reading coach daily, ma'am. So
Yes,
that's
it's a
great.
wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful tool. And yes, Savita ma'am, it's a beautiful thing that you all are using it so religiously. Nidhi ma'am says the primary kids enjoy it a lot. Okay, please show once again from where do you have you taken? Okay, it's built across. I will just take you. Okay, let me tell you what. Wait, I have somewhere where I can show you where immersive reader is built within. It's actually built across our tools between Word, PowerPoint. Let me just take you to PowerPoint itself and show you. Let me take you through multiple places. Here we are. When you go over here, let me get you a slide that has text. Yeah, here we have text. You have view available over here, and under this, sorry. Under this, you have language, you have spelling check, translation, and this is where you will also find your immersive reader. Toita, where did it move? It just so happens that when you're looking for it, it just wouldn't come. However, I can take you online and show you over here. Let me just get it here. It's available. You don't even need the offline version for it. It is available online across the tools. I'm in Edge browser, and in Edge browser over here, while you are browsing, you can actually find the feature. I've enabled it here. This is the read aloud feature, which changes into, which can read everything for you. Okay. So here I have enabled it. Therefore, it is available over here. Otherwise, when you go to three dots, you'll be able to see it. These are the voice options that I was talking about. And over here, look at this. I've actually chosen India English, and there are multiple options in that as well. Just a second. There are multiple options in this language as well, that whose voice do I want it read in. I mean, really, we are spoiled for choices. Nirja, natural, Nirja, online, Prabhat or whoever's, everything is available over here. Yeah. And here is, view. I'm in PowerPoint right now. Let's say I'm on this one. Let me go to view, and I can show you immersive reader over here. Sorry, immersive reader here. It just turns your slide into the immersive reader screen and all the options come in. Similarly, you'll have it in Word, you'll have it in across OneNote, Teams, everywhere you will have this. Yeah. So while you're playing with this and you are on the third option, that is reading preferences, this is the play button right now. When you toggle the reading practice on, this turns into a mic and I can read for you. If AI could remove one bar to learning, what would you want it to be? Let introduce ourselves. Type in the chat your name, school, city. Now you see immediately it's given me a report. I did not have to pause Or, wait, it said you read with 89% accuracy, 22 seconds is what you took, 64 words per minute is what I read, and there are 5 words to practice. When I click on practice words, these words pop up and I start practicing with them. It can be read aloud to me,
Want.
and I can stretch it. I can have a picture dictionary built within over here, and I have to speak back. Want.
You're making your brain stronger. Nice work.
Look at the positive reformation that it gives me. That's what is amazing. Similarly, you can actually split all these words and practice. And once you are done, you can simply just move out of it and go back to your reading, or you can simply just
These
say
words.
I'm done. Yeah. So that's it. That's how you manage. I hope this was useful for you. I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to share back once again. But if I have more questions, I'm happy to answer. Rita, anything? Okay. Rita's on mute. All right. So I'm going to take it from here. And, one thing I really want to ask you this. So, if this is accessibility, what is inclusion? You remember? I said there are two things in it. I just showed you features that help your classrooms have the availability of accessibility in your classrooms. So, what is inclusion here? Remember, I told you they are closely related. What do you think would be the role of inclusion here? Well, accessibility is what we have spoken about. It'll help you remove the barriers, prevent people, who are facing challenges to be able to be successful in the classrooms. But if this is what, accessibility is, an immersive reader helps you enhance these features by providing you text to speech, adjustable fonts, and translation features, help students. What is inclusion? Well, inclusion is going beyond these accessibility by fostering equitable participation and belonging for all your learners. Yes, Preeti ma'am, absolutely right. Rashmi ma'am, absolutely right. It is giving it in the hands of your pupils. It is bringing immersive reader available to your students and including these teaching strategies in your classroom culture and policies and embrace diversity and create an opportunity for every student to succeed. This is where the change begins to happen. Once again, accessibility ensures that students can get in the door. It just ensures that the students can get in. Okay. Well, while inclusion ensures they feel welcome, respected, and actively engaged once they are inside. So, not just make it available, make them get to use it. Yeah. Next feature. Next one is dictation. You all are very familiar. However, I'm going to run a little faster on this so that if you have any questions, please do ask. But I know you know about this. Dictation lets you use the speech to text feature. I use it for writing my blogs. It's just not a these features are not just for people with disabilities. I think it is for varied abilities, for your choices, for your preferences, the way you learn, the way you speak, the way you think. Right? I write my blogs using dictate feature. I like write my texts using microphone feature because it's so important, and I rely heavily on this. So you use your voice to quickly create documents, emails, notes, presentations, or even slide notes. Where is it available? It's available again across. But before starting, open the dictation setting. So what you do is, let's say this is a Word document, and this is a Word document. All of us are very familiar with this. Here, this is the dictate icon. You all are familiar with that. Click on the dictate icon on the toolbar and then click on enable auto punctuation. These are available for you. So when you speak and you pause, it'll pause accordingly. Whether there should be a comma, full stop, exclamation mark, question mark, it's going to take automatically. Also, filter sensitive phrases. This is an option which will help you, if you're accidentally, let's say, using a word that's not appropriate, let me put it like that, right? When dictating, it'll take care. When you exit the settings on menu, click on the help icon next to this, the question mark that you're looking at, to create, so that you can use to create your own content. If it is not available for you, you can use from here. You can familiarize yourself with the voice commands beforehand so that, while you're talking, it's going to be very smooth. Where is it available? Across. You see it in Word, you see it in Outlook, you see it in OneNote, you see it in PowerPoint. Where do you see them? Here's a screenshot. In addition to Word, you can also use Dictate tool in Microsoft Office applications, any of these between Outlook, PowerPoint, OneNote. And the steps of accessing and using these Dictate remain similar across applications, providing a very consistent hands-on experience for you and your students both. One thing I want to go back and emphasize upon is, you see another thing over here, that's transcribe. Transcribe is an amazing feature wherein, let's say you are taking a class, and this is a general practice. You don't need to share it with everybody all the time. But if you feel that there are some students who have gone away for some, let's say, events, or gone on long leave, and you want this lecture to reach to them, you can use transcribe or dictate feature. What it'll do is it'll record your audio, and also your transcript will be ready. Like for every session that we do, transcript is available for you along with my recording. Yeah. So we're going to talk more about this in a bit. I want to move to the last piece that I was going to talk about. That is captioning. Live captions in Microsoft, not just Teams, but other places also. We all know about Microsoft Teams. So, captioning is a feature that converts your audio content into text, so that everybody in the meeting will feel as if this all of this is more accessible. And especially with people who have hearing disabilities, those who are trying different language proficiency levels. Not everybody speaks every language at a pace, or the way we all can understand. Therefore, closed captions are very important. Now, there are two types of captions. One is closed caption, one is open captions. What is the difference here? Closed captions are most common, which means that I've given you the ability. Like right now, let me just enable your live captions. Now, whatever I'm speaking, you would see that it is appearing at the base of your screen. Of course, in Microsoft Teams, you can even adjust should it appear on the side, or, on wherever you want, on top or bottom, wherever you want. You can choose that. Now, alongside this, there is transcription that is happening as I'm talking, right? Now, what is happening right now, what you're looking at, the live transcripts or the live captioning, those are the closed captions. What is an open caption? Open caption is a contrast to closed caption. They are burned within the video, which means you can't see them live, but they will come alongside. For example, in all the social media, you see captions coming in. Now, those are burnt into the video. You can't change. But the most beautiful part is I have language settings available here. Right now, I have set it to English UK. I can change it to any of the, I think there are some 28 or more, that are available. So what will happen is right now I've just changed it into Hindi India, right? Now, what you're looking at is that whatever I'm speaking is now available in Hindi. I'm not sure if you can see or not, but these options are available to you in another language. Yes, it has changed. So, but my spoken language is English, right? So it's very different right now. What you're looking at, you can have a change of this. I'm going to just change it back so that we all are at the same listening pace. And even the caption styles can be changed. For example, I need these captions in a particular color, or I want a font in a particular color. I can change all of that. I want to increase the size to large. I want to position it on top. As I like it, I can always change these, captions and positions as you like it. Now, look at that. That looks so much more, reader friendly. I'm just going to turn that off because I find it very distracting when I'm talking. But you can turn on these options. Yeah. So very quickly, in your Windows devices. Now, this is when you're attending my session and I'm enabling these for you. How do you do it for yourself? And you must teach this to every student of yours. Go to your settings. The live caption features generates the subtitles for any audio source playing on your PC. Okay. Sorry. Once enabled, you can toggle it on or off, up to you. And the quick way of doing is Windows key plus Control plus L. L as in language. Okay. That's your shortcut. So currently, the live caption feature is available in English, Chinese, Spanish, and some more languages. However, while you go to your, this feature, it says captions. Under that, it says styles and live captions. Just right click on the start menu, go to accessibility. Under accessibility, you will find hearing. Under hearing, you will find captions. All right. And there you have to go and toggle the live captions button on. It's that simple. If you want to take a screenshot of this, please do. Very simple. Go to your start menu, go to settings, go to accessibility, go to hearing, and then captions, and you can turn it on. And it'll work on any of the audio that is source that is playing on your PC. And you can even do this on a mobile phone, right? Now, what will happen next is this sort of a setup live captions will come on top of your screen. You can use the download button to download it, and the live caption box is displayed on top of your screen. So if you want to change anything, you don't want it, you can always toggle it on or off. Simple. Okay. This is a screenshot of, Teams and how it works in Teams. And, there are 28 languages that are available over here. So you can always use this. Along with this, there are other things that are available here. That is the cart options. What is a cart? It is a communication access real-time translation. Okay, which means human generated real-time captions that are provided by trained captioners use specialized software and along with phonetics keyboards and stenography methods to produce real-time captioning for meetings and events. When you are setting a meeting in Teams, you can use cart caption in Teams. This caption is available as an option when you're choosing the meeting by the it can only be done by the meeting organizer. What do you do for this? To provide captions, the meeting organizer must invite the cart captioner, okay, cart captioner to the meeting and provide them with a special link. It's as simple as that. So if you want to accommodate and if you have ways to accommodate in your school, this is the way you can do it. If you would like to enable captions for all future meetings and calls, please click on the three dots on top of your Teams and click on captions and transcriptions and finally on the slider and it'll go into always mode so that you're able to do so. You want more details about cart? I'll drop a link in the chat window about cart options. Okay. Then the next one is that live transcripts. What I'm doing right now, when I turned on the recording, it gave me an option for recording and transcription, and I've added both. So as you can see on the screen, there is the one that is running at the base is the caption or the live translation, or sorry, live captions. And what is happening here is a transcript which you can also review later, or you want to catch up on this meeting, you want to catch up some fine notes on that, you can do that. Here's the highest I think highlight for me, not highest, this is the highlight for me. The inclusion has reached that pace that you're able to use sign language that is visible to users. That is absolutely amazing. And you can ensure that interpreters or other sign language users can stay visible in a consistent location. Let's say you don't want them here in the center. You can place them here or wherever. This sign language users are very important to be able to make our meetings accessible. I've worked with NCRT. I've worked with the the Open School, and these schools use these ability features a lot because across the country, you will see, in fact, across the globe, you will see participants who will need these kind of abilities. And regular, interpreters can actually come in and identify other signers in your organization who know this sign language and set them up to appear here so that language is available to everybody. Are they amazing? Really amazing features, right? Also, you have PowerPoint Live. Well, if you haven't tried that, you have to try that now because it's absolutely amazing. And what I did was I took you online, and I'm going to go back into my online presentation, and I want to show you this. Let me see it. Yes, you can. Now, over here, you can go to your slideshow, right? I'm just going to click on this. And here, of course, you can rehearse with coach. You can always use subtitles. My spoken language can be English UK, and my subtitle language can be one that you prefer. Let's say it's Hindi, right? You can even choose where it's going to appear, and you can change your audio settings as well. Now, I'm not changing this right now, but I want to show you how this works. So now I'm presenting my PowerPoint online. And here, if you can see at the base, what will happen is my translator will start appearing and it'll start, giving you captions at the end. I'm speaking in English, but this will translate. Why is it not happening? Let me just check. 1 second. Over here, always use subtitles. Spoken done. Spoken language, okay. Subtitle language, okay. Bottom, okay. Below slide. This is fine. Let me try once again if this happens. It really depends on your bandwidth. I think it just appears and then it disappears. It's somewhere over here that it is happening, but I think my screen is not able to accommodate that. But what you can do is one, that is available. Two, if you can see, I still have read aloud option over here. I can still have this read aloud to me, and this option is available. Yeah. So these are some of the options that I love playing with while I'm, trying to bring in inclusivity into my classroom. And accessibility features is what I use. Now you know the difference, and I don't need to explain, I hope. And I like your question, Tanu ma'am. What's the difference between transcript and captioning? Transcript is like a running document that is created, which can be downloaded later. Let me see if I can show you transcription here. Okay, it says stop. Okay, show transcription. So I'm going to share my screen right about again, and I'm then going to um, include transcript as well. Okay, transcribe and caption both. Now, you're looking at my screen, you're not looking at my PowerPoint, you're looking at my screen. Now, what is happening on the right hand side is transcription. Whatever I'm speaking over here is getting transcribed. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to bring over here live captions. Now, these are the captions that are happening. Alongside, there's a transcript. Now, this will remain visible to you only till the time this meeting is going on. After this meeting, these live captions will not be available to you. Where will you go for the text? You can go to this transcript, which will be available as a Word document to you, and you can even change your language settings over here. I'm not going to change it because my transcription is going on, but you can change this. Good question. Keep them coming. I love questions. So, great. If you have any more questions in the chat window, do let me know, please. But I think this is very meaningful when you ask the right question at the right time. Okay.
As of
Okay.
now, we do not have any questions.
Great. Thank you. And so this was PowerPoint Live. And of course, you know about alt text. On images, if we can put up what is in the image, that is what is alt text. It's available within your Word and your PowerPoint everywhere. Your Office tools have it. You do this to ensure that everyone understands the whatever you have posted over here by right clicking on the image. They can actually see what does this image stand for. Yeah. I hope I've been able to establish that AI is a transformative force for, inclusive learning. It is absolutely transformative to create a more equitable learning environment. And by leveraging these AI technologies, I think educators can create tailored learning experiences for students. Um, what is it that you're going to get at the end of it? What is this going to impact? It's going to bring in personalized learning. You're allowing your students to have tailored experiences, learning experiences. You have data driven insights that can be available to you. You have accessibility and inclusion features that you've taken into account. You've increased your academic efficiency by not addressing every single problem individually, but being able to give the power to students to be able to experience this themselves. You've also given innovative learning tools. Talking of innovative learning tools, these are some of the innovative learning tools that are available from Microsoft. AI driven learning platforms like learning accelerators are available. You've already attended sessions on learning accelerators. If not, you can go to YouTube and know more about learning accelerators. Number two, enhance assistive technologies, which is like immersive reader. Number three, AI powered navigation and object recognition. Very important. If you look at, seeing AI app is what was one of the first ways and the most, uh, I think, in-depth tool that is available. And of course, real-time translation and transcription is powered by Microsoft Translator. I'm going to let you see Seeing AI. It's a wonderful app which was released, and this uses AI. So when AI is, integrated app. It is a fully accessible tool with voiceover. I don't think I'm going to do justice if I don't let you view this video. It's a very short video. View it. I am 100% sure you're going to be blown away. View it. And if you can't hear it, let me know.
Introducing Seeing AI.
Seeing AI is an
Do you see that? Isn't it absolutely powerful and amazing to see what astonishing features are available to us these days, that just with a camera we can actually see what object it is and recognize, and especially for people with visual disability. Why disability? I think any challenge for that matter. um, those of you who are sorry to bring in the age factor over here, but honestly, many of us who need specs after a certain age can actually use this for reading labels, especially when you're walking down the aisles of any product, and you see certain products and you really can't read what's written over there. These kind of features come in very handy. We don't have a disability, but I think we have a challenge there, right? So these are some of the things that we can think about, we can leverage. There's much more over here, and I just want to tell you one last story. You all know about insights within Microsoft Teams. There is a huge and powerful role that Power BI plays in education, and in this digital age, I think data is a powerful asset. So, utilizing this data is very important. What Power BI can do for you is it can actually generate a digitally balanced scorecard. That's not my term. I'm going to show you what this is. Okay. It's what it'll do is Power BI will represent a comprehensive collection of key metrics the way you want it. Okay. And these sample metrics can be used real time. Let's say how many enrollments are there, how many students score well in this school or in this area. This has actually been implemented. I want to take you to this website and show you, and I really wish I have time for that. But I really want to take you here, show you how this happens. And I'm going to share my screen once again, but let me first tell you about it. This is a balanced scorecard. The balanced scorecard was originally designed by Dr. Robert Kaplan of Harvard University and Dr. David Norton, a prominent business consultant. Okay, what this does is it's give you a beautiful view of, what's happening in which school. I'm going to show you on my screen now what it does. This is just a sample that I'm going to show you, but this is so powerful. You can read more about it here. I'll share the detail with you, but it helps you identify the school by its profile. Let's say you're looking for a school and you want to know what type of a school it is. So what it does is it gives you this kind of a Power BI. This is Power BI logo. It is generating for this real time for me right now. Okay. It gives you an idea about this area, which school would be more suitable for you. There is a list of school, let's say elementary and middle school. There's a list of school. If you know about a school and you want to know more how they do and how well they are doing or whatever, you can know from here. All you need to do is literally look at see the school's data. Click over here. In real time, it will show you uh, what is the English language arts, score for them, what is the math score for them, what are the program enrollments, how many English learners are there, how many economically disadvantaged students with disabilities, and how many gifted students are there, what are the ethnicities that are there in this school. So while choosing a school, these are really important. So literally it gives you, and this is one school. Let me just generate one more school for you. I'll just try and pick up one randomly. Okay, let me just try and you see, it's going to change real time to show you the scores. Let me take one more school. Bear Creek because I think I took Bear Creek and it showed me a significant difference. Do you see the mastery of content was 100%? Here, the mastery of content is 43.9%. It's giving you real time data. This is what Power BI does. It can actually give you, if your school programs Power BI in a way that it can be used judiciously, you can actually generate a report, or you can have a platform where it'll give you real time data into what's the math score, what's the science score, what's the language score of your school, of a particular class, or a particular student. uh, Compare cross sections, even the diversity that you want to see in your school, everything, if it is powered by Power BI, you'll be able to see. Yeah. So that's something that I'm leaving you with. And of course, if you don't know what to do and I still have not been able to answer your question, well, you have Copilot. So if I were you, this is the prompt that I would use. Try it. I have already tried it. I absolutely loved it. I'm going to share my prompt with you in the chat window so that you can try it at your convenience. This is a sample prompt. I wanted to create a more inclusive classroom, and I had a paragraph to share with my students. And I said, my students are struggling with reading. Identify the vocabulary issues, identify and define words to practice, and explain figurative language. This is what it did. What it did, I'm going to let you see it and let you find out. And I'm going to remind you the dates are still on. You have time till 31st of July. Apply to become Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert. If you're using any of these disabilities or abilities, or if you're actually using inclusiveness and accessibility in your classroom, if you're an inclusive educator, mention it. Mention it with your story. That's what works very powerfully with you. Please go ahead. If I've said anything today that you are doing in your classrooms already, say your story here. Tell them that you're doing this, and I'm sure you will get selected. Well, we are hosting every week. We are hosting, sessions for educators. Today was one of these sessions under professional growth and development. These are structured micro learning sessions. Today we've hosted leveraging AI, not just in teaching learning, but in accessibility and inclusiveness. And you will get a certificate for this, provided you, take the test. Dvita has once again shared the link for the test. And, like Dvita had mentioned in the beginning, we have Summer Summit coming up. Join us. We have 3 powerful days between 13th, 14th, and 15th of June. We have a separate agenda for each of the days. The link is given in the chat window. We're giving it once again over here. We have 3 separate days. First day is for AI Foundation. Let's lay a very strong foundation to build on. Next day, we get into AI in action. And the third day, we have got to build your proficiency. Therefore, we'll talk about AI fluency. Join us. Amazing days to stay connected with us. Take your test. Do remember, please, I'm going to say this again. You take a test to earn your certificate for today's session. Take the knowledge check using the test link. Okay, once you have done that, please make a payment of a nominal fee of rupees 200 so that we are able to give you your certificate. Give us about 2 to 3 days after you have taken the test, made the payment. Give us about 2 to 3 days. Your certificate will be there with you. The QR code for today's test is here in front of you. If you want to take this QR code with you, do so. Even if you're watching a recording later on, you're most welcome to take a test and share your learning, or test your learning, and we'll be happy to issue you a certificate. And if you're not a part of our communities, here's your chance. Please go ahead, access these and be a part of our communities. We would love to see. Oh, okay. Recording of all the sessions are available on YouTube. The first link is that of YouTube. You can take that, and even for learning accelerators, you'll find it there. Yeah. The second link is for our Instagram, where we post multiple opportunities for you to learn. So go ahead and take a look at that. And the third one is for WhatsApp group. If you're not in our WhatsApp groups, here's your chance to be a part of our community. You're all welcome to join. After all, we believe in accessibility and inclusion. Well, here's the June calendar. I will see you now on 10th of June, and we will talk about enhancing engagement and achievement with AI. If we haven't talked about that enough today, I will see you back. And don't forget to give me your feedback. Do share your feedback with us. We absolutely love having you here. Please do share your candid feedback. Reach out to us if you need anything. But thank you so much for joining us here. You kept this session absolutely alive with your questions, comments, and thank you for that. And thank you, Dita, for your partnership. Thank you, everyone. Have a
Thank you.
wonderful week ahead.